Take a good rest while you still can. Your adventures on the surface won't be easy. Don't be surprised. My job is just to help everyone make the right. You remember Rivet Town? When the fragmentum corrosion first appeared, we were to... After we fled to Boulder Town, I made up my mind. A tragedy like that could never be allowed to happen again. Afterwards, wildfire began to grow. To be honest... What do you mean? That's me too, you know. Our identities are like masks. When we switch between them, but our hearts never change. Well, we don't want to act before the situation has stabilized. 10 years of being sealed away has sapped the underworld's vitality. Now that the furnace core is no longer blocked off, wildfire has never been in this for its own gain. Everything we do is for the citizens of the underworld. That... we'll leave them be. Svarog may have blocked off the furnace core, but there are many homeless people in the underworld. If they had safety and security, they wouldn't have to struggle to... Wildfire can provide that while Svarog is recovering. Things have settled for now.
How's it going, partner? Is that feeling in your chest the thrill of victory? I know your heart is bursting with gratitude, but there's no need to thank me. Ha! I knew that you'd get yourselves into trouble eventually, so I got Oleg to send relief and My assignment was simply to take you to Svarog's lair. I got the payment and delivered the goods. But I threw in something extra regardless. I only did that because we're friends. Here's a slice of life experience for you. Resourceful businessmen never get into risky trading without a plan. The chief? Of course I knew. Wildfire are mostly made up of torch and pitchfork types. Not that I'm criticizing old Oleg. He's good at the heavy lifting. It's just that Wildfire needs a meticulous thinker lurking in the... Hey now, you got me all wrong. I just enjoy watching people fight. Easy there. Don't get mushy on me now. We professional... Ha ha ha! You see? Guts!
At daybreak, the Guardian shall be a glittering star. Nightfall, the Guardian shall be a flickering flame. So many years.
Hey, maybe you should find someone... Don't let it get you down. You can share your feelings with others, you know? Do you think you let that status of yours go to your head, huh? Afraid to This isn't the overworld. I don't do envy and etiquette down here.
I just want to be clear in myself first. These fragments of
No, you just have to be clear on what You've spent long enough living in lies, Branya.
Equilibrium. The universe should be in equilibrium. Yes, equilibrium. The arbiters of the equilibrium are giving you a trial. For the equilibrium of all worlds, you must passing the trial will prove that your strength has shaken the scales of power. After equilibrium, it is your choice to make. But in the end, you will obtain more of the material. Equilibrium. It is for this.
Well, now that we're done with that whole situation in the But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara.
You tried your best to persuade him. It's my fault for not preparing better for...
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the stuff. All in all, the mission is going super.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. Exactly. We don't even have the Stellaron's coordinates, and Cocolia's sudden change in attitude is also... We still haven't put all of the pieces together. Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange.
All 3 dreams were the same. With Coco...
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random. If there is some meaning behind them.
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch. But I have...
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all...
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Coco...
You're back! I've heard from Wildfire that you helped. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's...
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's my friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs. That's nice. You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the...
You're always so serious.
Right. What I meant was... For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and train every day. All I hear is, remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya. Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind...
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back. It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, if there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided, when we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have...
Yes. thought I was prepared for anything, but as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me? And why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about... I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do.
Hold on. You're not really going, are you?
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard. I must face my problems head on.
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If...
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But
then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was. Very nice.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Dan Hung.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or...
Did you have a dream again last night?
So that's why you slept for...
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss her next move and see...
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground!
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7th.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to. So I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret. Oh, well, I might just be second in command, but I still have a lot of responsibility. I couldn't give Natasha up right when we first... She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guarantee.
There's no need to knock us out this time.
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core. Please, don't be like that. We have so much history together. Can't you?
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I... Oh, right. Bronya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters?
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Brother and sister Landau. I know the brother must refer to Japard, but oh, Serval! So she's Japard's older sister. Blonde, tall, good looking. Those Landau genes sure are some.
Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're all friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister, she's much scarier. Today we can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.